up, everybody? It's Ep10. Let's talk about it. This is How to Get Away with Murder, Season 5, Episode, I think it's 10. It's been a long day at work. I'm starting to lose my voice. If y'all can hear, I'm losing my voice, Jesus. I'm losing my voice, Lord. So it was a good episode last night. We found out some more information. I don't want to waste any time, so let's go ahead and get right into it. So we start off with a montage of the crew, basically. But this is Asher and Connor. I think they're looking at the camera, looking at Gabriel do push-ups on the camera. They basically just watching him in his apartment, which is creepy as fuck. Basically, Gabriel is listening to this motivational speaker that's talking. He's like talking over the whole monologue, the whole montage at the beginning of the episode. Oliver is just reflecting on how dark he's gotten lately. You know, he like looked at his reflection, I think right when the man was saying something about a reflection. And Michaela comes in the room and she tells him that she plans to find a wrongful death suit, a civil suit against the state, I think. Michaela also tells Oliver that he's the light in the house, so she can't have him getting all dark. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's supposed to be the light of the house. Then we see Laurel. So Laurel is with her baby. She feed the baby, hugging the baby. Remember at the end of the last episode, she saw some blood on the blanket. So now she know that something is up. So she immediately takes the blanket off. She puts it in a bag. She hides it under her crib. And she calls Bonnie on the phone. Bonnie doesn't answer the phone, goes straight to voicemail. And this is because Frank and Bonnie and Nate are together. And they're all trying to figure out what their story is going to be. Frank, Bonnie, and Nate are sitting around talking about how they're all going to be suspects whenever they find out that Miller is dead. They also talk about like how, you know, how he got rid of the body and the phone calls and how all this stuff is going to connect. And Nate's trying to reassure him that everything is going to be okay because they're going to stick to the story. And, you know, Bonnie is like going back and forth with them. And then she tells Frank that, hey, this is Nate's thing. I mean, like, you know, they like, oh, no, it was my fault. Oh, no, it was my fault. Oh, no, it was your fault. Like, they back and forth with this bond connection now they have over this death. Then we see Eve and Annalise talking. And basically Annalise is like, what's going on? Like, you knew about this all these years. You didn't tell me anything. And she like, listen, I thought I was doing what was best for you. Clearly, I was wrong, okay? Like, I felt like I thought he was going to leave you. And, you know, all of these things. It was like some really insecure, ex-jealous, crazy ex-girlfriend type of shit that she was doing. No tea, no shade. Eve was a little crazy obsessed, okay? To go through this man's email. She hacked into his email, basically, and got this information and you know, gave it to Annalise. She says that her and Sam shouldn't have stayed together. They stayed together when they should have broken up and got a divorce after the baby died. So basically, their relationship should have ended. He should have went on back to his ex-wife and raised his son, child. But they stayed together. So now she got stuck with a crazy fool because I'm sure it all went downhill after they had the miscarriage with the baby or whatever. So it wasn't even no miscarriage, stillborn baby. So basically Eve, what she was trying to do backfired on her and it worked against her because they ended up staying together when she wanted them not to be together, child. I don't know. What she thought she was going to do, swoop in and be a stepdaddy, child? I don't know. Eve says she did something wrong and that's why she's there to make it right. And she's going to stay there until she sees it through to the end. I was like, okay, Eve, girl, you might want to take your ass on back to by Vanessa, okay? I'm just saying, or you might want to go on by Vanessa. We back at the house with the crew. The crew is all obsessing over Gabriel. What is he gonna say? You know, they can put him in jail, and is he gonna try to get them to reopen the case? And they going back and forth about, you know, the what ifs and all of that. And then Gabriel shows up. He shows up and he tells them, hey, I am Sam's son. And the only reason I'm here is because I came here to find out what happened to my pappy. All right, I just want to know what happened. Because Michaela is obviously playing like she upset because he brought her to the wedding and he left her on the dance floor and never came back, right? So he there trying to quell everybody, you know, suspicions of him. And he like, I'm just going to go ahead and tell the truth because it's going to come out anyway. And Laura plays it off and she says, you know, Wes did it. He did it on his own. You know, I was in love with him and he was hiding this part of me from himself and child, all of that. And I was just like, girl, Laura is just, I mean, I guess we need her to be fake right now, but that just show you how easy it is to get them tears working, them waterworks working. And he believed it. And they basically put him out. Connor was like, Oliver was like, listen, you need to get the hell up out of here before Connor get the hidden poke. Because, you know, Connor, you know, he got them hands, fam. You about to catch these hands. So you need to go ahead and just go to your house. Nate and Bonnie are going over the story that they're going to tell to the police. They gives her a story like, you were at the party, you saw me. But, you know, like basically giving them a clean, simple story. And she's like, no, that's not going to work because Asher saw you and Ronnie together, so that's not gonna work. So they call back to the main house. They're getting Asher to come over to the house, and basically they tell him, look, Asher, this was gonna happen. You gonna say, you ain't see me. You ain't see me. You ain't see me doing nothing. You ain't see me talking to nobody. I wasn't talking to him. And Asher, of course, wants to know what's going on. You know, he trying to figure out what happened. Why am I saying all of this? You know, what's going on. And they figure out that Miller, like, he started putting 2 to 2 together, you know, right in front of them, and figures out that Miller is dead, honey. He gone, okay? He missing. He MIA, honey. He's 6 feet under. Cancel Christmas because the shit is over with, okay? He's dead, okay? Dead to the snow, bitch. They also did show him, like, everything that was going on, like the picture of Miller on the payphone, and they know that he had something to do with Nate's father's death. And, you know, Asher, like us, doesn't really believe it. He like, well, you killed him because he was on the payphone? Like, he was guilty. Like, what is the deal? Like, what are you talking about? Like, y'all don't have no evidence saying that this man really did this crime, but he's gonna go along with it anyway. I think whatever they told him convinced him enough to, you know, for him to make it through the rest of this episode. The police come in. Bonnie comes into work. They question her. Obviously, they want to question her about what's going on. She act like she don't know what's going on. She tells them a story. You know, he left. He called her later on that night or early the next morning. She don't remember because it was so late, and he wanted to apologize because they had got into an argument. She left the story pretty straightforward. I mean, she's really, I don't know, Bonnie is just one of the people who are just devoid of emotion. So where I think that maybe that might work against her, but like once the police find out that that's just how she is, like she don't have no emotion, she don't get really happy or really sad, like there's nothing there. It's like she numb. Then maybe it will work in her favor. I'm not exactly sure, but I mean, she needed to like put on a little bit more than what she did, in my opinion, because she looked like she ain't care. She like she wants surprised or nothing, child. I don't know. What y'all think about that? So Annalise and Eve are back at the house, and Eve finds out that her girlfriend Vanessa is pregnant. Vanessa's pregnant. So Annalise obviously is looking a little bit like she's perturbed, because I mean you talking about your baby dying and all this shit happened when your baby dying, and your ex-girlfriend going through all this drama to break you and your husband up, and now she done moved on, got a whole nother girlfriend, and she pregnant. So I could imagine, you know, Annalise probably felt some type of way, but Eve was like, you know, I don't know why you're upset with me because you don't want me to be happy, or I can't be allowed to be happy. Like, girl, this ain't the time. Like, I was just over Eve this episode. Like, girl, why are you here, girl? Like, girl, what is your purpose? So they get a knock at the door, and the knock at the door is her boss. I think his name is Crawley. It's called Crawford, something like that. So homeboy from the law firm that she said she was gonna help. I forgot all about him till he really walked in the room. But she told him she was gonna help him out of that sexual harassment, whatever suit that they got going on with him at the law firm. And so he comes in there and he tells her that he got called in for a deposition, and she's like, okay, I'm gonna look for it. And you can tell he kind of a little smitten on her a little bit, like, because Eve came in there and she was sizing his ass up. Like, Eve stared at him like, who is you? Nigga, who is you? Who is this man? Okay, I don't know him. Who is he? So you can tell like they was, you know, it was like two lions circling each other. Shit was weird. Like, you can tell, like, they was like, what's up? Who are you? And she like, that's my boss, you know, whatever. So they had a little conversation. He goes on about his business. When Crawford get back to the job, he sees Tegan, and he tells Tegan that it was Eve. He finds out it was Eve. So, because he was looking at Eve like, you know, I know you, girl. So anyways, Tegan was like, yeah, that's Eve, whoever. You know, she's a trial lawyer. What is she, like a death penalty lawyer or something like that? And he was like, you know, they was trying to figure out what was going on between them two. Like, why was she over there? Why would she be talking to, you know, the girl or whatever? And she said, I know they went to law school together. I think Tegan knew. She said she knew they went to law school together. But other than that, she didn't know why they would be meeting with each other. She said she's going to try to get some information. Then we see Laurel talking to Connor about, you know, Laurel was like, what am I going to tell my son when he grows up, when he asks about his father? And he's like, you going to tell him he a good man? He sacrificed himself for all his friends because they wouldn't be there, right? They will all be in jail if Wes didn't take the fall for them. So, you know, this is strange to hear coming from Connor because, you know, admittedly, Connor rode him, okay, the whole time Wes was alive. Like, he pretty much made his life miserable, right? and talked about how he did it, all the, you know, and all of that stuff. Used to mess with him all the time, and now he's some, you know, martyr for your friendship group. Child, I can't with Connor. He works my nerve. We see that Michaela talks to Asher once again about the case. She stops him in the hallway, and he's not really interested in hearing what she has to say, and she's like, why does nobody care about this case but me? She can tell that something is wrong with Asher. Okay, she can tell something is off with him, and she's trying to figure out what it is, but, you know, she can't exactly put her finger on it. He's told her, just stop worrying about stuff. Just stop worrying about everything, and he just walks away from her. So you can tell that, you know, her ears are perked up. She's trying to figure out what the hell is happening. Nate is in his car at the police station. He's waiting. He's sitting in the garage, and he sees Officer Wagner walk out. Or he at the prison, my bad, because Officer Wagner is a corrections officer. So he sees him at the prison, and he jump out the car and he beat him up, because one of the things Frank said, if y'all didn't catch it, it was, what are the police gonna say when they see you got all these cuts and bruises all over your hands? So that's why he beat up Officer Wagner, so he can cover up the fact that he had cuts and bruises on his hands. It'll be from beating that police officer up, not from killing Ronnie. So he beats up the police officer, and right after that, we see him, you know, he's being detained. He's being questioned by the FBI. And he like, why are y'all questioning? Why is the FBI questioning me about beating up a correctional officer? And they're like, you know, you had a problem with Ronnie, or did you know Ronnie? And he's like, yes, I know him. You know, he the one who found the inquest. I don't have anything else against. I don't have anything against him. Basically, Nate plants a seed into the detective's mind that basically they're killing Ronnie to cover up the tracks. Okay, to cover up their tracks. So, in essence, the governor is, you know, behind this whole conspiracy to put, or to kill his father, because she didn't want to let him out. So she killed the father, and now she's cleaning up after herself. And killing Ronnie was one of the people that she, you know, she had to kill to clean up behind herself. So he kind of plants this seed in the mind of the detectives, and let's just see how far it goes, because Nate is not Annalise, okay? But he is a seasoned police officer. I mean, so, you know what I'm saying? Maybe it'll work, but we gonna see. Even Annalise talk a little bit about, you know, how she need to get some dick in her life, basically, is what she's saying. Girl, you need to get you some, you know, some cat or some dick in your life. Like, somebody might, you know, help you, or they can help you, basically, is what she was saying. That can make your life better. They can help you. And Annalise is like, listen, I don't need no man. I don't need no woman. You know, I'm good. Like, I need to save myself. Okay, I need to fix myself before I be worried about putting a woman or a man in my life. It ain't gonna matter who it is. And stop trying to put me in the lesbian box, okay? Basically, like she was telling her, stop calling me a lesbian, because you can be a lesbian. You have, you know, the privilege to be whatever you want, because you're a rich white woman. Me, on the other hand, I'm a black woman. I'm from the Bible Belt. So if I run around here talking I'm a lesbian, yes, you can do that. It's 2019. Yes, you can be from the Bible Belt. You can be a black woman and a lawyer, excuse me, and be lesbian and all of that shit. Like, you can do that, but it will come with a lot more, you know, this is not my personal opinion, but in Annalise's view, she feels like it comes with more, you know, stress, more things added onto the plate. You know, it's already more things for people to hold her back, because she black, because she a woman, you know, because she was poor and all that type of stuff. So being a lesbian on top of that probably is just another thing she don't want for herself. So she basically let Eve, you know that, and let her know that no man or no woman is not gonna fix her. She needs to fix herself. We see Gabriel go to Michaela to apologize for, you know, him leaving her at the wedding, and she was like, you know, she basically like shrugged him off. You was wrong for doing what you did to me. That wasn't cool, and I'm not just gonna forgive you. She kind of waned a little bit at the end, because he told her, you know, everything that he said was true. And I mean, the boy looked good and all of that, so, you know, he was sweet and, you know, debonair and all of that shit. And I'm just trying to find out what happened with my daddy and all of that. Girl, girl, don't you believe him, girl. So anyway, yeah, she kind of waned a little bit at the end. So you can tell that Michaela gonna lose it behind Gabriel, child. We already know. Michaela calls Nate, and she tells him, right after Gabriel leaves, Michaela calls Nate, and she tells him that she needs to run something about him about his dad's case. We see Nate getting the message at the same time he's leaving out of the office, the FBI office, from questioning. And I think Bonnie was going in. They stopped and said something to each other, but I just couldn't remember what it was. But it probably would just like stick to the story, bitch. Don't be going off book, okay? Don't be going off topic, bitch. Don't do that. Asher goes down to Miller's office and he's talking to the secretary once again, because early in the episode he played like he was going in to bring in coffee, and you know they was looking all over the office tearing it up, and you know he finds out that you know Miller is missing. So later on he goes down and he's talking to the secretary, and she said some kind of way she ended up telling him that Miller's phone is always dying. He was always using a payphone. So he goes back to Bonnie and tells Bonnie, listen, maybe Nate was wrong. You know, maybe, you know, he didn't have nothing to do with it. All y'all got is he was using a payphone, but his secretary said his phone was always dead. That's why he was using a payphone all the time. Bonnie shuts him down and is like, listen, you know, Nate couldn't be wrong about this. You know, it's more to the story and X, Y, and Z. So, you know, I don't think well, I'm going to hold that off because I think it's like a red herring. I'm going to talk about it at the end. Michaela goes to Tegan and asks Tegan if she wants to do the case, if she want to be the lead on, you know, the civil suit she's trying to do. And Tegan is like, but that's not my client. She like, Annalise don't have time for no civil case. You got all these other cases to work. You know, we're not going to get justice the way that we thought we were, but, you know, money don't never run out. So at least get his family some compensation. So Tegan agrees to take a look at the file, and then she asks her about Eve being at the house with Annalise. Michaela is like, well, I mean, you know, they used to be like together in law school. And she was like, you mean like together or like together? What do you mean? I don't know what you mean. Girl, you know what she mean, girl. Stop it. And, you know, Tegan was like, bisexuality is a thing. I mean, I don't know if you know about that. And she was like, I mean, I know it's a thing. You know, I've had some experience with it myself. And Tegan was like, my ex-fiance, yeah, you know, he was bisexual. And she was like, interesting. I was like, Tegan like Annalise too? Like, what's the tea? So that was pretty cute. Then we back to Bonnie. Bonnie is sitting in her office contemplating, you know, everything that's happening. Ronnie used to write these little notes and put them on sticky notes on her desk. I'm gonna make you pasta. And she had them all in a stack. Then she started crying and feeling really sad because, I mean, I'm sure it's because you realizing the only person who ever loved you like enough in this whole wide world to want to marry you, you smothered them, girl, instead of taking them to the hospital and letting them go to jail. Like, that's what you did. That's the decision that you made. Okay, and now your man's is dead, boo-boo. So she cried. I was like, girl, cry, ho. Cry. Then she goes to her colleague's office and she tells him something long, convoluted story about Nate had an argument with him, or he was on the phone yelling at somebody, and she wanted to know because they're doing like the investigation on corruption or something like that in the jail. So the man had access to the tapes. They was using the tape. And so she wanted to know what was said on the tape so she could just know that he didn't have anything to do with it or something like that. So she convinces the colleague to give her the tape, the recording of the message that Ronnie supposedly left for the ward. Eve and Frank and Annalise come up with a plan to try to keep Gabriel quiet, something like blackmail. They find out something about his mom. His mom got an ex-boyfriend that was like a big-time guy, and they was doing drugs together, and I don't know, they did some fraudulent crimes or whatever. So she was like, just bring this to him. Don't threaten him. Just make him feel like he needs to protect his mama. And don't make it feel like, you know, you're going to expose him or whatever, because we don't need him going to the police. But basically, that's what's going to happen. If they go to the police, they're going to put their information out on him. So it's a low-key blackmail. Tegan runs the suit by Crawford, I think his name is, and he says that, you know, it sounds good, you know, even though it's not her client, she don't have time for the lawsuit, so, you know, they could look into it. It could be some good press. And she also tells them the information that she found out about Eve, that was her girlfriend, and she was like, so, you know, she was just over there, you know what I'm saying? No, she didn't even say that was her girlfriend. Oh, she did say that it was girlfriends, and she was like, okay, so you good, you know what I'm saying? You still got a shot. She says that to him, and then he like, nah, you still got a shot. And I'm like, let me find out y'all both like Annalise. Annalise got that, she got that, listen, that good. Annalise, please tell me, teach me your ways. Please teach me your ways. I would love for lawyers to come and doctors to have crushes on me. That's all I'm saying. Okay? That's all I'm saying, Annalise. So teach me your ways. Oh, Annalise, you got that fire. Pussy. Everybody want it. We get back to Eve and Annalise, and she says she about to go. Annalise come home, and Eve bags is packed. She says she gone back to Vanessa. You know, she was there. She served her purpose, and she out. I was like, bye, girl. Bye, Eve, girl. Bye, girl. Because every time you come down here, it be some shit. Okay, so stay your ass where you at, honey. Okay, get it together. She says she'll still hook Annalise up, you know, if she take her up on her offer. So we back to Gabriel, and he don't have no shirt on. I feel like it's in his contract that he have to be shirtless. Like, he done took over Nate's old contract where he had to be shirtless like at least one time every episode, or once every 2 episodes, like, because he don't ever have no clothes on. He either working out or he walking around with a towel on, child. I'm gonna need for them to get some more wardrobe for Gabriel. Maybe they don't have no wardrobe. I don't know. He gets a phone call, and he gets a phone call from the FBI, and they're saying that they want him to come in concerning the message that he left on DA Ronnie Miller's phone, and it said, they found out who I am. Okay, I messed up. I need you to call me back. So they trying to paint Ronnie like he on the up and up, or that he was an innocent man. But why you got a secret agent in the group talking about? So you was trying to get information so you could prosecute them. So that's what you was doing. I'm confused. Why are you talking to Gabriel and you got him sneaking in the group? What the fuck? Like, what's going on? I need to know, honey. And it sounds to me like they trying to make us think that, like I said, it's one thing and it's a totally another thing. Like, Ronnie might not have been involved in the Nate dad getting killed, but he definitely involved in trying to take Annalise and the whole crew down. He was going to take all their ass down. And he might not even known that led to Bonnie. You know what I'm saying? He might not even have known that. Yeah, so he might have thought Bonnie ain't had nothing to do with it. And it was just going to put Annalise in jail and he was going to swoop Bonnie away, child. I don't know. But he involved. He ain't clean. Something in the milk ain't clean. Why is you leaving him these messages? That's who you been on the phone with? On the flip phone? And Eva was the one that Frank was talking to on the phone. Talking about the one. Child. Then we see a montage of everybody watching the news report about Miller's death on TV. You know, the news is reporting that he's not dead, that he's missing. Nobody can't find him. They also draw the correlation between him and what's his name, Denver, the old DA, being missing, and another correlation between them and somebody else. Oh, Laurel's dad. And she like, and they like, did your dad do this? And she like, nah, I mean, yeah, maybe, I don't know, you know, he could have did it. Frank is with Bonnie. She's watching it too, and he basically says, you know, I guess it's time to go ahead and tell Annalise. You know, it's all over the news now, so we might as well just go ahead and tell it. Bonnie is listening to the message while Michaela and the whole crew is starting to put 2 and 3 together. So Nate shows up at Annalise's house. He tells her everything that has happened. He tells them why, and he says, I'm doing this because, not because I want you to help me, but it's because I want you to, child, what he said? Not because I want you to help me. But, well, basically the governor, I know what I'm going to do to get out of it. So he going to blame the whole thing on the governor. He already got this plan working. Because, you know, Bonnie is like, she going to come after me. You know, and same thing she said earlier, that the governor knew that she tried to adopt Wes. So once they tie her and Wes together, and that's Sam's killer, they can, you know, take her down for that. So she like, you know, the governor going to come after me, you know, even harder now. So, because, you know, he knows that she going to be a target too. So that's why he's telling her what happened. At the same time, we have the crew at the house. And they seen everything happen on the news. And they asked Asher, did he know about it? And he says, no, he didn't know about it. And then Michaela's looking at him. She looking at him. She looking at him. She like, wait a minute. She like, wait a minute. I tried to talk to you earlier today and you ain't want to talk. I was trying to do this earlier today and you know what I'm saying, you said this and that. And then you said that and this. And she was like, da, 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 da. She was doing them calculations like this right here, like, you knew what the fuck happened. You knew what happened. You knew what happened. What happened? Did he kill her? Did Bonnie do it? Who was it? Who was it, Asher? You know, you ain't got to ask him but 3 times before he tell you Nate did it. First of all, I want to reiterate, Nate did not kill him. Nate beat him to a pulp. He might have would have died. I don't know, but we'll never know now because Bonnie went over there and smothered him. She is the one who killed him, okay? I just want to reiterate that. Oh, she the one who killed him. Now, Nate should have just took that charge and just went on to the jailhouse. But, you know, like I said, Nate be flipping. So if he go to jail, he might tell on everybody else, bitch. I don't know. We don't know how that would have turned out. But all I'm trying to say is Nate ain't killed Miller. Bonnie did. Okay? That's what happened. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. We back to Bonnie. She listening to the message, and the message is exactly what he said it was when she was arguing back and forth with him. He basically called a warning and left a message saying, I just want to thank you for Nate Leahy's father's transfer. You know, he's one of my workers, and I just want to make everything go smooth, and I really appreciate, you know, you working with us through this process. And that was it. And Bonnie just broke down in tears. But Bonnie, don't you say them tears, bitch, because why was he talking to Gabriel? He was trying to send your ass to jail anyway, girl. So don't you even cry no tears. This was a good episode. It was a lot that happened, y'all, and I'm tired. I'm sorry I couldn't give you the most energy, because it's hard to give y'all energy when I can't speak that well, okay? I can't use my voice because it's going away. I know I sound like a man. I practice my alto notes like way down here. You know, I can sing like real low when I don't have no voice, because that's the only part of my voice that's working. So anyway, yeah, this was a really good episode. I've been trying to watch Black Lightning this whole week, y'all, to do a review, but my DirecTV Now will not pull it up. It's not DirecTV Now, it's the network, because I went to the network website too, and I can't watch it on that one either. So I don't know what's going on with that. I'm gonna keep on watching. If not, I'll just start it up next week. I started recording it, so hopefully it will go smoother, you know, next week when I watch the show. So I want to hear what y'all thought about the show. Y'all let me know what you think in the comments. Why do you think, that Gabriel is talking to Ronnie? Do you think he was trying to take everybody down? Do you think that he's completely innocent and he didn't do anything wrong and didn't deserve to die? Do you think that Asher is gonna stand the test of time, or is he gonna crack under pressure? Who you think Annalise gonna get with? You think she gonna get with Tegan, or you think she gonna get with this old white man? I'm thinking she probably gonna get with the old white man. No tea, no shade. I don't even know if I want to see her and Tegan get together like in real life. You know what I'm saying? It's a nice thought, but just I don't think that's she probably gonna get with this old white man. I'm thinking because she love to have people she need to, you know, help and build up and fix. So, you know, that's Annalise. Let me know what y'all thought about the episode. So I'll holler at y'all next week. Peace.